August 22nd. Thank you for that. Today is Monday, August 22nd. Please, I'm going to hand off host, if you would, just pass me back as co-host, and we can add coach and the rest of these guys. All right. Welcome, everybody. We are so excited to be here with you. We do this every single Monday. This is the EAZYBOT Performance Insights and Corporate Update. And every Monday we get together and we have the privilege of hearing from our CEO himself, Muhammad Ali, who you'll hear from shortly. And we go through real live accounts. Guys, we're so excited to be able to show off how amazing EAZYBOT is, how it performs. We don't have to sell you on conjecture or ideas or what we think it might do. We've got the opportunity, amazing opportunity to test EAZYBOT in a real world environment. And so before we jump into today's call, while we still have some folks coming into the room with us, we're going to take just a moment to introduce you to EAZYBOT and to what some of our members and some of our folks feel about this amazing product. So join us here for just a moment and we'll come back and we'll get our call started.
My name is Marcus. I've been with EAZYBOT since almost the beginning in the pre-launch in March, and I just kept going from there. I'm actually one of the big leaders in network marketing, and there's a specific reason why I decided to partner up with EAZYBOT. You see, when you're a leader, when you're bringing people in, there is a couple of things that are super important. First and foremost is integrity. You want something that is long, like it should be long lasting, right? There's so many things that come and go overnight, and EAZYBOT is just not one of them. And the thing that I have realized with the support here, where you have the management with the boots on the ground, ready to help everyone, I've never, ever seen that before. And the fact that they have live calls where you can plug in your people so that they can help them with all the support that they need, it really helps you as a leader, right? Then you don't have to be customer support, but you can, spend your time, building and growing your team, which is what you're supposed to do. And the fact that, they have the integrity, people have their funds safe and secure inside their account, it makes this a no-brainer. Add to the fact, which is a genius move from EAZYBOT's side, is that they've given a free version. So people can try this with virtually no risk because their funds is in their own account, and they then can make an educated decision as to whether or not you would like to continue. Another great thing is the compensation plan. Being able to unlock the full compensation plan with only 10 people that has a paid package. You have full access to the compensation plan, which, by the way, does not have any breakage, which has dynamic compression. I mean, these things are mind-boggling. So I look forward to bringing in hundreds and hundreds of people into EAZYBOT and growing this long-term.
Hey guys, my name is Dr. Kareem, and I'm going to take a little different approach. I've only been with EAZYBOT for the past three and a half weeks, and I've definitely seen my bot working and making a profit, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here because of the humanity that I see in this company. The company's core values, when I first looked it up, included service, integrity, trust, respect for its fellow people that are in the program, and even ones that are just they're gonna look at it. I joined because they have great leadership. They have multiple opportunities in multiple countries, multiple languages, so it's all inclusive. The commitment that I see from the CEO down is just unbelievable. It's unparalleled. I've been in other opportunities where I never met the CEO. I never had the opportunity to even be on a Zoom call, much less be able to reach out to them and speak to them directly. the patience that they have when we're doing the training calls, the heart of the company with Peter and Breezy. You'll get to know who those people are. They have so much heart that it makes you feel comfortable to ask any question. The quality of the service that they offer to you, how they get back to your support tickets within 24 hours. And they're consistently doing this every day in and every day out. And this gives me the peace of mind and the gratitude that is immeasurable that I have sincerely for this company. The company wants us all to succeed. They're early in the early stages, but what they've done so far is nothing short of a miracle. If you pour love, if you pour your heart into something, then that love will be poured back into you. And I found that in this company, and I hope that you guys join us along the ride, because we're just getting started and there's so much room for growth. They're so open to our suggestions and things that we see that can make the company grow and be better, and it's improving every single day, you guys. I love being a member of EAZYBOT, and I look forward to what the future has to bring.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Marcus and Dr. Kareem, for those amazing words. And welcome to everybody to today's call. If you're a guest on today's call, if this is the first time you're joining us on a Monday call, this is the EAZYBOT corporate update. And we really focus on performance insights. Now, it's important to understand that we are, and you're going to hear us say this a lot, we're a product-focused company. And what that basically means is that we are excited about our product. Now, we do have an amazing affiliate program, and you'll hear just a little bit about it here today, but we don't focus on that. We use that as an opportunity for all of those members who enjoy EAZYBOT to participate in the amazing growth that we anticipate this company is going to have. We anticipate it's going to have amazing growth because we do a few things, and it's very, very simple. We help people to make profits in crypto, whether the market's going up or down, while the funds that they're trading are 100% in their control. It's a lot more nuance to it, but that story alone is really, really exciting. And if you'd like to share that story, we've got an amazing compensation program. But today's call is really focused on performance. We're going to talk to you about how EAZYBOT works, why so many people are excited about it, why it's been so explosive. And so for our guest, if you're on the call, while we still have some folks joining us here, we're going to go through a quick overview just to introduce you to EAZYBOT, so that when we go into today's call, it will be a little bit of a deep dive, and it might feel a little bit overwhelming if this is your first exposure. So we want to give you just kind of a brief overview on what EAZYBOT's all about. And then you're going to hear from the CEO, the brain behind this entire operation and this company and the amazing strategy that you're going to see here today. And you get an opportunity to spend some time hearing from him. And then we'll open up for a Q&A session. So if you have any questions, do us a favor, save them to the end. We'll come back and we'll make sure we have plenty of time for your questions. In the meantime, welcome to today's call. Let's take a quick look at an overview for EAZYBOT.
Introducing EAZYBOT, the 100% free crypto trading software powered by proven, time-tested AI technology. Doesn't matter whether you're a beginner eager to get started with crypto trading, or you're an experienced trader who wants to maximize your results by doing less. EAZYBOT can help you do that. Now, you can leverage the power of AI to trade crypto for you 24/7. EAZYBOT is a simple, easy-to-use bot that has been pre-programmed with proven trading strategies, allowing everyone to enter the market and trade confidently. Unlike other bots, EAZYBOT will make sure you're making profits, never closing on a losing position. Just deploy your bots once and let them do the trading for you. It's so simple and easy to deploy with zero technical experience needed. So what are you waiting for? Sign up for a free EAZYBOT account now and start trading today.
Achieving the lifestyle that you always dreamed of is about to get really easy. EAZYBOT's generous affiliate program pays you for just sharing this amazing trading software with others. What separates EAZYBOT from everything else? EAZYBOT is a crypto trading software that earns you profits whether the market is going up or down. It compounds your profits automatically and can be used by beginners with little to no crypto or trading experience. And EAZYBOT is loved by experienced traders for its brilliant winning strategy and many customizable settings. This means that EAZYBOT, the product alone, can help anyone become financially free. No recruiting or sponsoring required. Wouldn't you agree that a product designed to make people money on autopilot without recruiting has the incredible potential of going viral? Well, that is exactly what is happening. This is the opportunity you've dreamed of finding. The EAZYBOT affiliate rewards plan is the perfect way to earn even more money. With our rewards program, you can earn daily, weekly, and monthly commissions. Build a team of affiliates and earn through 20 levels of your organization. Best of all, introducing EAZYBOT to others is, well, easy. As an EAZYBOT affiliate, you get access to a suite of professional marketing tools, all for free. A collection of professionally designed marketing funnels, automated email and SMS campaigns, live Zoom calls, and much, much more is all available to you, so you can share EAZYBOT and grow your business. EAZYBOT is exploding in growth right now because people just like you are seeing incredible results with EAZYBOT, and in turn are spreading the word with videos like the one you're watching right now. EAZYBOT members love seeing their crypto portfolios grow, and they love sharing their experiences. So let's recap. 1. Use EAZYBOT to generate crypto profits in any market condition. 2. Your crypto stays in your control in your own exchange account. 3. Makes money without recruiting a single person. 4. Take advantage of the EAZYBOT affiliate rewards and your earning potential is unlimited. 5. Grow a team and get paid through 20 levels, earning daily, weekly, and monthly commissions. 6. You'll get a suite of free professional marketing tools to help grow your business. Getting started with EAZYBOT could be the best decision of your life. Don't wait any longer. Sign up today and see for yourself why EAZYBOT is crypto made easy.
All right, so welcome. Hopefully that has given you guys, if you're here for the first time, apologize if the volume was a little bit low on that. Hopefully that gave you a great overview. Just a brief introduction for those of you who might be joining us for the first time. Again, we want to welcome you. Today is our Performance Insights and Corporate Update. And the next person you're going to hear from is our CEO himself. The idea for EAZYBOT was really born out of a problem and the willingness and the desire to help people solve that problem. And that person who spent his time and took his expertise as an engineer and professional training as an engineer, designed the strategy and the experience that we now have and enjoy as EAZYBOT. And so today's call is a little bit of a deep dive. We're going to open up some live accounts and Mohammed's going to walk us through exactly what we've been experiencing in terms of performance. How does EAZYBOT actually perform? And keep in mind, for those of you who haven't been paying attention to the market, we've really experienced a very, very volatile market in the last few weeks, last few months. Last week was pretty tough. And so keep that in mind. We're going to see performance in an environment where the market has been really, really, really difficult. And of course, that's where EAZYBOT separates itself, is how do we perform when the market's tanking, when it's going down, when it's crashing? And so without any further ado, it's my pleasure and my privilege to introduce some of you to, and to welcome to others, our CEO, Mr. Muhammad Ali. Mohammed, come on in.
Hey, David, thank you very much for the introduction and welcome everyone on the call, the new people. Hope that you find a home finally for all the people and the affiliates. Thank you for your efforts and hope that you had a great week. So let's get into the presentation. Okay, as David stated, today we're going to go in a little bit of more depth than the past weeks, just to analyze a little bit more. And we will see kind of a different report, slightly different, just the same concept, but slightly different than the last one, having more data. So the first thing that we're going to look at is how do we pull down the average price? If you don't know what that means, it's simply that the promise that we're given here in EAZYBOT is that the product has been designed, or the default strategy has been designed in a way that a trading cycle could open at the top of the market and then close at the bottom of the market and still make profit. And it does that in a way that it brings down the trade on the top. We call average price on the top of the trading cycle. A couple of trades are taken as independent covers. So it keeps on pulling down until it closes. So we will see live account that how it pulls down that average price. Okay.
Mohammed, we lost you, brother.
That means.
Are you still there? Okay. You were on mute there for a second.
Am I still on mute?
Nope, sound great.
Perfect. Okay, so the third topic that we're going to talk about is take profit retracement. What do I mean by that is that EAZYBOT is also being designed, I mean, the default strategy is being designed in a way that if the market is moving up rapidly, it doesn't close the trade. It waits for the market to reach to the highest point, and then when the market start moving down, then it closes the trade at that position and then make more profit. And then we're going to be looking at live account performance. We're going to look at two accounts today, not only one account, the previous account that we have looked at last week, plus another smaller account. Okay, let's get here. Okay, this is the AAVE coin that we have been following since the beginning. If you guys remember this coin when we started trading, that was on 4th of April, beginning of April, I think 4th of April or 3rd of April, when the price of this coin was 251. Right now, the price is as low as $83. So it moved down really from 251 to 83, and EAZYBOT still trading and making profit and bringing down the average price. Now, this is the report of last week on 15th of August. If you look at the left-hand side, the starting price is the same as 251. That's when we started back in beginning of April. And then the average price last week was 165.12. The average price was dropped down from the initial price around 84.19, which is basically the average price minus the initial price is giving me this number. And when we divide this number by the initial price, it is it had been moved down 34.22%. So now it already had the potential to close down by 34%, while it made a total profit of 1,018.71. This is last week. This was on 15th of August. And then what happened from 15th of August until now? Look at the report on the right-hand side. The profit have increased from 1,018 up to 1,050. And the starting price is the same because that one we cannot move it. It's already done. So the average price moved down from 165.12 to 163.98. The average price have dropped down from 34.22% to 34.67%. So the average price have moved down slightly from last week until now, using 50% of the profit that was made. Now let's move to the next topic, is take profit retracement. Okay, this is one of the trades that we've captured. If you see on the top right, there is the actual trade. If you see here on the top of the screen, this is DOT coin. The coin is DOT USDT. And there were 3 trades taking place. The average price of all of these 3 trades was here. It's 8.385. And then the market moved up. This is the average price where it should have closed plus 1.5 above this average price here. But because the market, if you see here, the market, when it crossed that line, it moved straight up. It moved straight up. So instead of making just only 1% or 1.5%, it have made 6.17% using the retracement that was programmed in the bot. So what happened is that the market went straight high here. So it was waiting for the market to reach to the highest point before it closes. And then it reached to the top here. If you see this one, this spike here is the top of the market. Then the market started moving down and then it closed here because it's designed to close only when the market retraces by 0.5%, which is this top of the candle here. Now, does EAZYBOT look at the chart and do all of these kind of calculations? No, it's only mathematical equations and algorithm that's being programmed in the bot, just looking at the numbers, comparing the last price with the current price, and then take action if it needs an action to be taken at that point of time. So it resulted making $9 in profit for that specific trade. Let's look at another one. I have 3 examples here. This is Matic coin. Also, the same thing happened. The average price for this trade on the top. You can see the dates and the times and the prices. You can verify that. This is a screenshot of the Binance or the KuCoin chart. So you can look at that and confirm the numbers. So the average price was somewhere here. Then the market was kind of stable, and then it started moving up and went to the top, then it started moving down, then it closed here, making also still 6.24% instead of just making 1% or 1.5%. Another example is Uni USDT. If you see this is really looks nice chart here. Here it was one trade only, it's not average or anything. It took the first trade and then the market was kind of flat. If you look at here, the market was almost flat. There was no big movement up up and down until it came to here. It was opened actually in the morning, 5:58 p.m., almost 6 a.m. on 11th of August. And then the market was flat the coming couple of hours. And then it was only closed at 4:30 p.m. or 4:29 to be precise p.m. Everything here is Dubai time, so you can look at the chart and confirm that. So from this point, when it crossed the average price or the initial price, sorry, the market was only moving up. So it waited for the market to reach to the highest point, and then it started retracement, pulling down, and then it closed it here, making 6.98% instead of just 1% or 1.5%. Now let's look at the account performance. Now this is the account that I have been following since I think a couple of months now, and we've been sharing the results. We are going to talk about all the coins except for the last two coins here, because these have started in a different date on 30th of May. If you see the CRV and AAV at the bottom, we have this, both of them are started on 30th of May. So we want to compare apple to apple. So we're looking at all the other coins and we're comparing last week's result with this week's result. And all of them have started on 19th of May. That means we're talking about 95 days of performance, minus 2 days, because in between there were 2 days that the API was not connected. So specifically, we're talking about 93 days. So this is the last week. If you look on the left, 15th of August, and today is 22nd of August. The result last week was 12.76% in terms of average or total profitability of the whole account. You see there are different coins, there are different results, but the average is 12.76%. This week, the profit have increased to 13.17%. There's something really interesting here. If you can see here, the one that, if you look, have a snapshot, a snap look at the screen right now, you can tell that the best performer is Matic, because Matic have made total profit of 57.59%. But for how long? This is for the whole duration of the 93 days or 95 days. But what happened from last week to this week? I have made this table on the right-hand side here. So this is the performance of last week. There are two other coins which were the best performance. If you look at XMR and Doge, they made the maximum profit. Comparing last week with the current week, they have made both of them 1.4% and 1.8%. If you look at the Matic, the profit was as low as 0.46%, because we're talking about specific duration of time. Now, this is a very good reason why we should always diversify our funds and not to put all the money in one or two coins. I always try to spread the funds to as many coins as I can. I know some of us might be limited in budget, but just try to spread the amount per coins, put the minimum in each coin until you have all the coins, and then you can add up to all of the coins if you have additional funds. One interesting thing here also is, if you see the TRX from last week until this week, there was no profit. The profit was exactly the same, 37.7 here, 37.7, 7.37%, and here 7.37%. So the last week profit was 0. Why is that? Let's analyze in more details and look at that trade. Here is the trade. If you can see, this is the cycle that it's at the moment. This cycle started on 14th of August, where the initial buy was at the price of 0.072, and then the market dropped down around 2%, and then it bought another cover at 0.0707. Then the market again dropped to 0.0664, and then it took the next cover. So the next cover was only on 19th of August. And right now it's like kind of static. There's no movement because the market have not jumped up or down. Let's look at that in the graph, in the chart. So yeah, this is the chart. And here is the initial order it was taken here. That was on 14th of August here on the top. And then the market only went down -2%. And then it took cover one after the pullback. Then the market was fluctuating in between for some time. It wasn't down to the point where it can take cover two, and it wasn't up to a position where it can sell. And then the market went down, and then it had the pullback, and then it took cover two, and that's where it's at the moment. So our average price, as per these three trades together, is somewhere here, is 0.088, I believe. So now it's still, the market went down, but it did not reach to the -8% to take cover three, and it did not cross the average price plus 1.5% to start taking profits. So as long as the market is fluctuating here, it's not going to take anything, it's not going to take any more covers, it's not going to sell anything until it's above the average price or it's down to take the next cover. Now let's, most of you, I mean, the people who are already into trading with EAZYBOT, they know that we're working on strategy enhancement. Let's see what if we had the enhanced strategy applied to this. What would be the results that we could have seen if we have that deployed? Okay, here, these are the independent covers that we said we're going to put in between the average prices. Let me go back one step. Yeah, this is how the covers are at the moment. We have a gap here of 5% between level cover one and cover two, and we have another 8% gap between cover two and cover three. So in the new enhancement, we're going to have some independent covers in between, which are apart from each other's by around 2%. So if we had that enhanced strategy implemented into this coin, which have done nothing in the past 7 days, this could have happened. We could have had one buy here because it's already crossed this line of taking the next cover after taking cover one. This here with the we had down here, and then it had the pullback, so we could have taken one cover here, and then the market moved up more than 1.5%, so it went up here and then goes down, and then it could have sold here and made some profit. And here we're realizing 100% of the profit in these covers because it's still in a stable place. Let's say the market is not really down, and then it could have taken one more cover here and then sold here, and then it could have taken another cover here because it went down and then moved up by this line, and then it could have taken another cover here because we had it crossing this line, and then we had the pullback. So this is the buying place, and here it's more than 1.5%. Could have sold somewhere here after the retracement. Could have taken another cover here when making down, crossing the line again, and then sold here, and then could have taken here and sold here and taken here again. So all of these trades could have happened if we had the enhancement of the strategy, and the enhancement of the strategy is on testing right now. We have completed the testing though, actually, and we're now looking at putting it live on the existing bots. So right now we're discussing with the development team, because I know this question is going to come at the end. The situation right now is that we're discussing with the dev team of a way to put it live without affecting the existing trades. If you have bots already trading, it will not require you as a user to have any kind of interfere manually or do anything. It's going to be automatically done, and this is what we are trying to do right now. Expect a couple of days, and then it will be live for all the trades. That's another account that I want to share with you. We haven't shared this before, but that's another one, and I'm going to look at only those two coins. If you see, they have started both at the same time, 11th of June and 11th of June. This is CRV and AAV. Those coins are not available in our table right now because they were started in a different date on that account that I check now. But that's a completely different account. It started in a different date, and we're looking at those two coins only. So here we're talking about 72 days, because if you see, going back one step, it started 11th of June, and today is 22nd of August. So we're talking about 72 days. So in these 72 days, those two coins have made each one, the AAV have made 23.31%, CRV made 71.25, which is 23.75%, total 141 in USDT, and in percentage 23.5%. 3%. Some of you may ask why the budget is just only 300 per coin. This is KuCoin, as we have been telling since the beginning, that KuCoin is allowing a smaller trade, so we can have a smaller budget also for the trade, for the strategy to take place and move all the way down to more than 51%. These coins have started in different dates, so it gives different results. Now, there's something important here to highlight, is that not everyone is getting the same result as the other, because everyone has completely different starting point, because the starting point is the reference where the bot is looking at the previous trade, and then look at the market moving down and moving up to decide to go for the next trade based on the settings. And this is exactly the same settings, default strategy as for the previous account, but because this is starting in a different place, different coins having different performance, different duration of time gives different result, but the logic is the same. So the best way really not to prejudge, but just to spread the funds among as many coins as you can. So yeah, that's it from my side today in terms of account performance, but I want to still share one more thing with you guys. Let me just share my screen, because we haven't talked about the bot opening high and closing low. Let me just share this live account here. I don't have it in the PowerPoint. Just give me a second. Okay, yes. Here you go. This is the same account that we just checked. Now let me look at the ETC, for instance. Let's look at the long cycles, one of the long cycles that have closed, to see at what price it was open and at what price it was closed. Let's just go deeper. Okay. So it looks like the market was moving up. So they're very short cycles, just opening and closing. I'm just looking for a long one so that we can look at where it opened and where it closed. Okay, guys, this is what happens when the market is not really moving down fast, is that you'll start seeing some small cycles opening and closing, but the market is fluctuating like this, going down, taking cover, going up, closing that cover or selling that cover, and so on and so forth. So let's look at some scenario of market moving down. Okay, this is a good one, I think. Okay, just see here, then this one started at the price of 17.4. Okay, that's on 27th of June. And then where did it close? It closed at the price of 15.8. What's the difference? Let's get out the calculator and make the math. Okay, so let me share the calculator so that we can make the math together. Okay, so it started at the price of 17.4076, and then it closed at the price of 15.8073. So it closed by 1.6 USDT down. Divide that by the initial price. The initial price was 17.4076 multiplied by 100. So it closed 9.1% down. Okay, this is the calculation. It's not really that much down. So let's look at another trade just to see more than 10%. Let's go look at the same coin. Okay, here the market was moving in a good way, just fluctuating up and down. Let's see if we can find some. Okay, this is closed. Let's look at another coin on the same account. So see the last one. Let's see the Matic, for example. But this is the current cycle. Let's look at more deeper. Okay, this is not a big cycle, but it still is closed lower. So this is 0.887, closed at 0.798. But I'm sure that we can find a bigger cycle. Okay, there is no here. Let me look at one more coin, one more last coin. Let's look at CRV. Then we see all the way down. Yes, look at this. This is slightly bigger trade, bigger cycle. It opened here at the price of 1.567, and then it closed at the price of 1.39. So let's make the math here. Okay, let me share that. Okay, so started at the price of 1.567 minus the closing price was 1.395. So it closed 0.17 down. So divided by the starting price, which is 1.567. So that means it closed more than 10% down. 10. Yeah, closed 10.9, almost 11% down. And we have seen in the past that trades are closing down by 30%, 35%, 20%, 29%, and many of that. There are many. If we are to look at some examples, there are too many examples that we have shown in the previous calls. You can get back to that calls and see more examples of that. So thank you very much. Back to you, David.
Awesome. So thank you, Mohammed. Don't go far because I actually want you to share your screen in that account, if you don't mind. And I'm going to ask you to walk those of us who are the users or guests on our call today who might be new to EAZYBOT. Maybe what you're seeing seems a little bit overwhelming, but we want to show you how simple it is just to set up a bot. So we're showing you a lot of details that, quite frankly, as a user, you might not ever need to pay attention to. But the purpose of today's call is to help give you confidence in what EAZYBOT does best, and that is make profit no matter what's happening in the market. What Mohammed just showed you is the market's tanking, the market's going down 10%, 20%, 30%, and more, and we can see profits still being made. But if you're a user and you're on the call, or if you're a guest and you're on a call for the first time and you're wondering if you need to learn all of this in order to be able to use EAZYBOT, we assure you, you do not. So Mohammed's going to walk us through real quick what it looks like. If you decide you want to use EAZYBOT, how easy it is for you to set up and start trading.
Sure. Okay. Now this is where you see the bots, but if you want to create a new bot, it's as simple as this. You just click on Add New. And you need to select the exchange that you have bind with your account. In my case, it's KuCoin. Then select the coin that you want to trade. Let's say it's Uni, for instance. Give it a name. I would name it Uni with the dates. That's what I do personally, so that can have kind of tracking. 22nd of August, 2022. Okay, and then here you define the budget that you want to put for this coin. Let's say 600. That's it. Save. It's done.
So we're going to give it a minute, and we're going to come back and watch it take its first trade. Mohammed, can you talk to us while we wait on that first trade to go through? Why the 600? Why is that number important?
Okay, the 600 is very important for Binance, because Binance is not allowing any trade lower than 10 USDT or $10. So the strategy is basically made on buying in stages. It doesn't buy with the whole money at once. Like, for example, now I have assigned 600 to this coin, but the bot is going to start buying only $20 or $21, 20 point something dollars, which is 3.39% of the capital based on the existing strategy. And then as the market goes down, it's going to be buying more and more. So the 600 is enough for this, for the bot to keep on buying, even if the market goes down to more than 50%. So our main purpose here is to have a kind of safety net, if you will, if the market goes down, still the bot's going to be buying and trading. And this 50% is just the beginning. It could be more than 50%, could be 60% or 70%, depending on how the market moves down. For example, if the market moves straight down, the bot's not going to buy anything. It's going to wait for the market to stabilize, then buys the next buy. And then everything else moves down. So that makes it more than 51% that we're talking about. In KuCoin, if you saw the last example that I shared, it's only 300 because KuCoin allows as low as $5 in trade. It entirely depends on the exchange. If we have exchange that allows lower amount, then we could have made it lower amount. But for KuCoin, the minimum recommended is 300 because the exchange allows minimum trading of 5 USDT.
Awesome. All right. Can you talk to us a little bit before we jump back into this coin about, so we talked about EAZYBOT covering 50% or more. For those of you who are new to EAZYBOT, part of the reason or where that number comes from, Mohammed, we had this experience of being on a platform and watching the market drop 50% and then being in a situation where funds weren't being used effectively to continue to make us profits. So EAZYBOT was designed to cover at least that much of a drop. But you want to talk a little bit about where we're headed in this in the strategy enhancement and the additional market drop coverage, or what we call market crash correction, that's coming for EAZYBOT?
Yes, we have seen in the past 4 or 5 months that since we started operating is that there are some quiet zones in the strategy right now. The top covers or the top trades are having some spaces in between. We know that the daily market movement in a normal day is between 1 to 5%, plus or minus. No one can know if it's going plus or minus. Maybe some people who are professional traders would know based on news, based on technical analysis, or based on other things, indicators, which I don't know. I'm only just mathematician here, just looking at the math, looking at the numbers. So it's been designed based on this. But in some between the cover 2 and cover 3 specifically, cover 1 and cover 2 specifically, there is a gap of 5%. So in some days you see the market movement is just as low as 3% or 2% or 1%. So in that day, that means there's no trade happening if that falls into that zone between cover 1 and cover 2, which is trade 1 and trade 2. And between cover 2 and cover 3, which is trade 2 and trade 3, there is a bigger gap of 8%. So if the market stays in there for a week, that means there is no trade. Just like the coin that we shared now, which is TRX for the last week, there was no trades because the market was just moving in that quiet zone, let's call it this way. So right now in the new enhancement of the strategy, what we have done is we added some independent covers. If you don't know what independent covers is, no worries, don't worry. You don't have to know it even, but just I'm explaining for the people who have been here since the beginning and they know what I'm talking about. It's those independent covers is that if the market fluctuates within that quiet zone, is going to still be between 1 to 5%. And the gap between those independent covers is as low as 2%. So it's definitely going to buy and sell a couple of covers instead of just being quiet for the whole week. And we have just seen that when we implemented that covers in between, when we draw that covers in between, it could have taken at least 5 trades, 5 buy and sell and make some profit for us. And that's what's coming very soon. I've tested that already on the testing site, and it's going to be live in a couple of days.
All right, thank you for that great explanation, but I actually was going in a little bit of a different direction. Can you talk about what happens if the market, right now, the EAZYBOT's designed to cover 50% or more. We've seen it cover up to 60, 70%. What if, worst case scenario, market just totally crashes, 80%, 90% drop? What happens then?
Okay, what we have added also to the enhancement of the strategy, apart from the upper side to cover that quiet zone, is a market correction or market recovery strategies or settings. In that one, if you choose to do the default strategy or the default settings, is going to cover you up to 90%. So if the market really moves down the 50, 60, 70% and all the covers in your bot have been taken, you have the option of to tick on market correction or market recovery mode. That will open for you new settings, and then you put whatever the funds that you have at that moment of time. If you have 100, you just put 100. If you have 200, you put 200. If you have 300, whatever the amount you have in pocket that you would like to invest into lower market, because all of us know that the market is down. That means you're buying the coins basically in a discounted price. And we're going to use 90% of the profit made in that specific market recovery mode to bring down the average price. So as the market is bad, we want the people to recover fast. So we're realizing only 10% of the profit made, 90% is used to bring down the average price and then close the trade as fast as possible. So we have right now the potential of closing a trading cycle at 90% down and still make profit.
Wow. Powerful, powerful, powerful. All right, before you go, Mohammed, can you pop back into that trade that you just started and see what's happening?
This now. Yeah, you see, it's already started buying into the market, into this coin. We just started now. It bought worth of 20.339%, which is basically 3.9% of the 600 USDT, and the quantity of coin was this. The price of the coin at that time is this much. This is the date and time. I'm in Dubai, so this is the time right now. Right, actually it's 8:45. So it opened the trade just right after we clicked, which is around 4 minutes back. So, or 4 minutes back, yeah, more or less. Or 5.
Got it. And in terms of the average user, so a new user using EAZYBOT, do they need to look at any of this?
No, actually, we just looked at it, but we don't have to. Actually, if you want to track, you can track. You can look at your exchange and see the same trade in your exchange, in your KuCoin exchange or Binance or whatever you're using at that time. You will see exactly matching. You will see a trade of this volume of 20.399 USDT of quantity of 2.9. And when it sells it, also you will see that there is a sell order in your exchange account. And when it buys more, you will see exactly the same. But practically speaking, there's no need. There's no need for you to check. What you need to do is what I just did 5 minutes back. Just choose the exchange, choose the coin, define the budget that you want to assign to that coin, and that's it, and save it. And put it in cycle mode, then it's going to be buying. After it sells, this order is going to be buying more. If the market goes down, it's going to buy more, buy more, buy more, and then sell, and then start all over again and do the same over and over again.
Amazing. Guys, thank you, Mohammed. I appreciate you diving in and out of that for us. Guys, if you're on this call and you're hearing about EAZYBOT for the first time, second, third time maybe, you can understand why we're so excited about what you just saw. What we're talking about is the opportunity for anybody, regardless of how much experience or how little or how much experience you have in trading or in crypto, for you to be able to enter a market that's incredibly volatile, but also has incredible opportunity for profit and wealth building. We've seen incredible wealth being built in crypto. And a lot of people are trying to figure out how to get a piece of that. And maybe that's why you're here. And so we're showing you a tool. It's a piece of software. We don't offer trading advice. We are a software company. And what you've just experienced is the brains behind it, the algorithms behind it, how it works, why it works, and that it works. And you have an opportunity to take advantage of that. You can start for absolutely free. You can start with a free EAZYBOT account and then decide if you would like to upgrade to our advanced or VIP package. Our advanced package is $250, and it gives you the opportunity to diversify into 10 coins and 2 different exchanges. And of course, we just listened to Mohammed talk to us about the importance of diversification and seeing how all the different coins will perform at different rates over different periods of time. And so to get the best experience with EAZYBOT or trading in any market, quite frankly, is to be diversified. So our advanced package gives you the option to do that up to 10 coins. And then our VIP package gives you the ability to trade all the coins on up to 5 different exchange connections. And you get access to one-on-one customer support. Speaking of support, so we are just over the moon about EAZYBOT and how amazing it works. We get together every Monday. And we're really proud, quite frankly, that we get together and talk about how the product works because we have nothing to hide. EAZYBOT's doing real trading on real accounts with your money in your exchange. And we're proud of what we get to see every single Monday that this product works. And so, guys, what makes EAZYBOT so special for us is our community and the incredible support that we provide for our users. You're not just getting a piece of software that you've got to go figure out on your own and good luck. You've got an incredible support system. We're here every single Monday. We're here on Saturdays for our business builders, for our affiliates. We do a number of presentation calls throughout the week. We have an amazing support system that does live Zoom calls for you guys 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern. An amazing knowledge base with all the questions you're likely to think about or want to ask. Lots of great articles and answers there for you, plus a ticketing system. So if you have a question and didn't find it in a knowledge base, and maybe you can't make it to the live Zoom support, we've got a ticketing system. So at the end of the day, you're going to get an amazing, powerful piece of software that's going to trade, make profits for you without much interaction required from you. No experience needed. Funds in your control. An amazing support system so that you're never left alone. Guys, I don't know if there's any questions to answer after all of that, but if there are, we're going to take a few minutes and we'll open up the Q&A. If you have any questions, follow what RCT just did. Do me a favor and raise your hand, and we'll call on you in the order that we see you. And RCT, you jumped in there first, so come on in.
Hey, how you doing?
Fantastic. Good morning.
I just want to say, it is a phenomenal program. I'm only been in it for a couple of weeks, but I've been in BOTS before, and this has just been amazing. The only question I have is I know recently and you guys may have not figured it out yet, but recently there were some trades that kind of grayed out or tanned out, depending on how you looked at it. Do we know how those are going to perform, or what we should do with those?
Great question. Give that one to you, Mohammed.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we know what happened actually. Are you using KuCoin?
I think
RCT.
you got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you got, there you go.
sorry, I muted myself. Yeah, KuCoin. It said KuCoin rate limit is exceeded.
Was that the message that you got? Because see, KuCoin had a major update to APIs last week, and after that update, there were some kind of glitches in their from their end. And what we have seen is that there were some trades that have taken place from the KuCoin side, but they're not reflecting 100% in our side. They showed as great. So the bot is not understanding that this is being taken already. We are not getting the proper communication. Right now, the dev team is working on that with KuCoin support to get it resolved. Expected in 2-3 days maximum, it should be completely resolved. So don't worry about that. I mean, there's nothing which is abnormal. It's very normal. It's just some trades have been taken 2 times. So we're going to be reflecting that once we figure out with KuCoin what's going on.
Yeah, no, and I'd like to say, to honestly, is I'm actually not worried. It's amazing looking at this and just watching it perform, and I can't help look at it every single day. I want to try to stop, but I look every single day. And so you pick out these little nuances, but you just start laughing because it's working so well, you know?
Yeah, so, yeah, we all do. I know that I'm advising people not to look too much, but I'm looking too much. You know.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
No Thank problem. You. All right. Uncle Les, you're up next.
Hello. Hi, David.
Hey there.
Hi, Mohammed. I'm excited about this bot. I just wanted to ask a question with some of my members. I share with them the way the bot works, because it's really important to understand the mathematics of it. Let's say this week we just saw a rapid drop, and it's if one were to average 300 per bot and maybe run out of USDT, I simply tell my team, just add your USDT to it and then turn the bot on, and then it will dollar cost your average out of the way. And if you don't have USDT right away, you have time to add it. Even the market continues to go back when you turn the bot on, and it's able to buy in the dollar cost average out of the trade. That's the beauty of this technology. And I love the software that works. So could you address that, Mohammed, for those who may not be familiar and concerned that they may have run out of USDT, that all they have to do is add additional funds and then turn the bot on? Can you address that? I know usually you built in a cushion, but just in case that happens, where especially in KuCoin, if you're looking at 300 per coin and you have a quick drop, that it may happen. Can you address that?
Yeah, thank you for highlighting this, because this is really important. Actually, apart from this, what we have noticed is that when the market dropped last week, there were like 1,400 bots became off. And we were worried actually something might be wrong in the system or something. When we dig deeper, is that the main reason that some bots became off is because of the lower USDT amount. And that could be of one of 2 reasons. The reason number 1 possibly is that people are overusing their funds. Like, for instance, someone has in their exchange 1,000, but they're telling the bot that they have 10,000. You know, they're putting the assigning 10,000, but they have only 1,000 in their account. Definitely, if the market goes down like 10% or 20%, they're going to be running out of USDT, because you're telling the bot that you have 10,000. So the bot is making the mathematics and assigning locations or assigning trades based on that amount to sustain for more than 50% down. But if you have only 1/10 of that amount, or maybe half of that amount, if the market moves down like 20 or 30%, you're going to be stuck. The bot's going to be using all the USDT, keeping in mind that you have that amount already in your exchange, but you don't have. So when it reaches to a point where it wants to buy the next cover, what you're telling the bot that you're having that amount in your exchange, but when it tries to buy, it gets an error from the exchange that there is no enough USDT because you're putting the wrong number. So the second possibility of that happening is that people are actually running out of USDT. But how the bot is being programmed is that if you're telling the bot, for example, that you have 1,000 and you assign 1,000 to a coin, if the market goes down and all the covers have been taken based on the default strategy and the market goes down further, the bot is not going to switch off. It's going to be still on, waiting for the market to come up again and then start selling the orders in the system. But if you are telling the bot that you have 1,000, but you actually have only 500 or less or more, and then the bot is coming down and trying to buy some covers and it doesn't find USDT, is going to switch off that because there is an issue with your exchange. You don't have the enough USDT that you said you had. So my advice to everyone is, first of all, if you are at the first category that you're assigning more than what you have, try to assign only the amount that you have. But even if you did that and you're stuck now, you can add more USDT and then the bot will take off again. And if you are the second person that you actually assigned the exact amount that you had and the market went really down 60–70%, and then it took all the covers, you can just add more covers and add more USDT. Then the bot's going to keep on buying to the market and bringing that average price down, because if you're buying and selling in the lower market, you're actually getting point in discounted rate. And when the market really moves really down, it's going to be more volatile, more up and down, more fast. So the fastest it moves up and down, the more profit it makes, and the faster is going to bring your average price down and close it. So there's no any kind of panic situation here. Don't get panic. If anything happens, just add more USDT, let it take off again, and start trading in the market. But from day one, just try to assign the amount that you actually have, just to avoid coming in and out many times. Because the drop that we had last week is not that big drop that could consume all the USDT, if you understand. Because the drop was around 20% or 20+% is not 50% yet. So people should be healthy, should be still trading into the market if they have assigned the correct numbers.
Awesome, Mohammed, that's excellent. It just reinforces my belief in the bot to see it work properly. So I just want to tell my team, just invest more in USDT and make sure you allocate it accordingly, and just turn it back. Now, if the price were to rapidly go up, is it also that you turn the bot on and the price is above the average, it will continue to operate, correct?
No, not above the average. Even if it's just above the last cover price, it's going to take off and selling, but you need to turn it on.
Right.
They need just to go inside. They can keep on watching the market. Let's take an example. For example, let's say you started at the top of the market when the price of the coin was 100, and then the market went down to 50, and then you got stuck because you didn't have USDT, because you transferred some USDT out of your exchange, whatever the reason is, and then the market went down, your bot became off. When was the last order? The last order was taken at the price of 50. So the market went down to 20, let's say, and the market started coming back up again. Your average price somewhere up here, maybe at the price of 90 or 80. But if the market just come to the last cover price plus 1.5%, and you turn it on, it's going to start selling into the market again, selling and buying again with using the USDT that you made when you made that selling order. And it might sell a couple of orders at the same time if the market really jumped up above a couple of independent covers.
Awesome. You know, Mohammed, I believe what happened is a lot of people saw the initial 3% position and felt, you know what, it's not using my money, and the market was staying in a certain range. But I think your enhanced strategy is going to take care of that, because people see more trades between the 3 and 5% and 8%. So what you've done here is simply brilliant, and I'm just going to encourage more people to invest, and just because I believe in the long run, it's good. It's an amazing product. So thank you very much for letting us be part of this company. I look forward to it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Great questions. Vernon, you're up next. You're already unmuted. Come on in.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, so on Saturday, you revealed the new concept, which is the idea of us putting videos on YouTube. You didn't discuss that today, but is this the appropriate forum to discuss that?
Yeah, so
Right
Saturday's
now?
call, yeah, great question. Thank you for it. Saturday's call is where we really spend time with our affiliates to help you think about how to share the story of EAZYBOT. We offer trainings and insights and tools and so forth. So that's really a good question for our Saturday call. Mondays, we want to spend focused on the product, how EAZYBOT works, why it's so amazing. So do me a favor, save that. If there's a question specific to strategies for promoting EAZYBOT, we're going to cover that with you on Saturday.
And so I mean, that's a long time to wait. I just want to ask a general question. about
Sure.
the content is who would control the final edit and what we could say in those videos.
Yeah, good question. If you ever,
Is
and
that
this is for
something we control or you?
Yeah, for anybody, if you ever have a question of something that you want to produce on behalf of sharing EAZYBOT, just submit a support ticket, send an email to support@EAZYBOT, and then just ask us to take a look at it. We'll be happy to review it for you. As a general rule of thumb, you don't want to make any income claims or any performance claims. So it's part of the reason why we do this call. We people they're gonna ask you, and they ask us all the time, how much can I expect EAZYBOT to perform? How much can I expect it to earn? And because we're really trading in a live market, and we can't predict what that market's going to do, we shouldn't ever make claims about what EAZYBOT's going to do. We know what it's capable of. And so just be careful about making those kinds of claims, income claims or performance claims. Certainly feel free to share your own account and your own experience. But just, again, if you have any questions about any content you're producing, just submit it to us and we'll be happy to review it.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right. You're welcome. Appreciate you. Shaft, you're up next. Go ahead and unmute. Come on in.
Okay. Thank you. I asked this question yesterday of my sponsor, and we didn't get it. We never got around to getting it answered. And today, looking at the new trade Mohammed just did. So my question is there a preference of Binance over KuCoin or vice versa? And today looks like there was made mention of the lower threshold of 300 working better with KuCoin versus Binance. And I was just under the impression that 600 is the minimum, and that needs to be the thinking around that, no matter which one.
Yeah, so I'll answer that a couple of different ways. We programmed EAZYBOT to accomplish the most important thing we think for our users, and that is consistency, profits in any market consistently happening. And so the budget of $600 recognizes what's required for the way Binance is set up. What you heard Mohammed say today is that KuCoin's parameters are a little different. So it would allow us to accomplish the same thing, which is continue to trade profitably in a market that's corrected 50% or more with a lower budget. Now, depending on what your objective is, your personal objective for your own trading or your objective for sharing and building a team will determine where you want to start. So my personal objective is once I'm convinced that I've got a tool, it works, it produces no matter what's happening, then I want as much of that as possible. It's because for me, it's hands off. I can go about all the other things that are important to me in life, and I can allow EAZYBOT to do its thing. So I would encourage, and this is not just for you, Shaft, but for anybody who's considering EAZYBOT, I would encourage you, start wherever you're comfortable. And then once you're convinced, once you've seen it for yourself, I would encourage you, obviously, to increase your investment in your exchange account and maybe consider doing it on a regular basis. So maybe you start with 600, or you start with 1,000 or 5,000, whatever that number is. And then one of the best strategies for investing is, what can I contribute to that over time? How much can I put in that on a weekly basis? So maybe you're working and you get paid every week or every 2 weeks. How much of that can you add to your exchange account and increase what's happening? So if something's working and it's compounding its earnings for you, I want to put as much fuel in that tank as possible. So think about EAZYBOT from that standpoint. And then the flip side of that is, well, reality is what it is. Maybe you're on this call and in this particular moment, your budget is limited. And so we want to be able to provide a solution for you as well, because quite frankly, if your budget is limited, you have limited access to financial tools and resources that can help you to accelerate your wealth building. And so we are excited to actually roll out the mechanism for KuCoin to allow you guys to set up with a $300 balance. It's not programmed in EAZYBOT just yet. You can access it simply by unchecking the default strategy, putting in the $300, but we'll actually roll out where you can use what we're calling the EAZYBOT strategy with that $300. Now, your question was, is one exchange better than the other? And the answer is going to be no. In terms of performance, they're going to perform essentially the same way. There may be some different nuances on different exchanges. in moments of time, but for the most part, you're going to find the experience to be about the same.
Okay. All right. So stick with the plan of my $600 minimum. Not that I want my minimum to be my maximums at all,
For sure.
or vice versa. But I was prepared to connect with Binance to do it, with that minimum 600 being the number that I go with initially.
Let me make sure I understand your question. Are you saying you were moving to Binance because of that budget or over KuCoin? I'm not sure I understand.
No, my initial budget was to begin there because that's what I've been hearing, 600 minimum.
Sure.
For it to work properly, or to
consistently.
get the consistently, yes.
Sure.
So I was prepared to go there, and then last night I had the question, okay, is there a difference in the amount I start with KuCoin over Binance?
Got it.
And then today, when because I kept seeing KuCoin on all the examples that people were using. That's why I was asking that, number one, because I didn't see a lot of Binance exchange examples. It was just KuCoin.
Got it. So yeah, so I'll talk about
Binance.
Yeah, so either one is great. There are reasons that a lot of folks you'll see using KuCoin. One of the benefits of KuCoin is they don't require what we call KYC in the crypto space, which is know your customer. They don't require you to do identity verification in order to access their API. So, a lot of people get into crypto because of the ability to conduct your business under a certain degree of anonymity, and KuCoin provides that, whereas Binance does not. Another reason is that KuCoin is available globally, and so anywhere in the world you can access KuCoin, whereas Binance.com is in a few countries and not in others, and Binance US is obviously only available in the US. But any one of those that you have access to, you're going to find is a fantastic experience.
Okay, great. And the 600 is per coin. So if I wanted to take advantage of the VIP, which is what is it? Is it 10 coins?
The advanced package, you can trade up to 10 coins, and then our VIP package, you can trade all available coins.
All available coins. Yep. Under the VIP. And then I heard Mohammed say today that it was 5 different variation of exchanges. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, Mohammed, do you want to talk about the benefit of multiple exchange connections?
Yes, sure. It's actually we're mentioning it's 5 different exchanges that you can connect. But technically speaking, you can connect 5 different accounts of the same exchange, if you will. Like, for example, let's say you have 5 Binance accounts that you have spread your funds among that. Let's say if someone has $1 million in crypto, they wouldn't be trading it all in one account, maybe just in terms of safety and diversity, because if this account, something happened to this exchange or to this exchange account, maybe the other ones will not be affected at the same time. So my understanding is that if you have big amount of funds, you better diversify that in different wallets or different exchanges, so that if, God forbid, if something happened to one of them, got hacked or any kind of problem, then still you have other 4 exchanges that are still trading, even because you could connect all of them at the same time to EAZYBOT and trade all of the accounts at the same time. It's kind of giving a diversity to the people. But technically speaking, if you have all the funds in one exchange or in 5 exchanges, is the same in terms of trading. But for the user himself, it's for you as account owner, it's a kind of protection and kind of safety, if you will.
When you say other exchanges, you're talking exchanges outside of KuCoin and Binance?
No, right now you cannot connect any other exchange, but you could have like 5 accounts of KuCoin, for example, and connect them. You can have 2 Binance and 3 KuCoin, for instance, and connect all of them together. But eventually we're going to have 5 to 7 exchanges, different exchanges apart from KuCoin and Binance US. This is not a priority for us now, but eventually we're going to have that kind of more exchanges. So at that time, you can even diversify in number of exchanges, not only accounts in the same exchange.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Very thorough.
No problem.
And I love this
Awesome.
platform too. Thank you so much. Great work.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Great questions. All right, Frank, you're up next. And it looks like
Hi.
you're already unmuted. Hey there. Come on in.
Thanks very much for giving me the opportunity and regards from Germany. I have maybe a stupid question. I am using EasyBot since mid of July, and I have a team now, or building up a team, and some of them, as well as me, we have an issue last week as well as today. The bot, one of the bots, weren't able to sell the coins when the price was okay to sell, because it said something like insufficient amount of coins in Binance or so. So we had to convert coins on Binance and to reactivate the bot in order to enable the bot to sell the coins. Is that an issue, or did we something wrong, or what is it?
Frank, I think I know what you're talking about. So can you please reach out to the support team, or Breezy, can you post here the support call so that they can jump into the call and explain to them what exactly has happened? It's an issue of the balance of BNB. Maybe at the point of time you didn't have enough BNB. So Binance have taken the fees from the trade itself. So when it tries to sell the whole amount, the amount was short a little bit because Binance have taken the fees from the coin itself. That's why you always advise people to keep a little bit of BNB while trading. But anyway, to get more details, you better approach to the support team. They will be happy to support you.
So it's a question of transaction fees.
Yes, exactly. Transaction fees from the exchange side, not our.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Okay, just make sure that you and your team have always, all the time, watch out your BNB balance. Make sure that you have $5 and above in BNB all the time. Just keep watching it every day. If it's short, just buy more so that you won't be in this problem.
Then I have maybe an idea or advice for you or something like that. Maybe not mention not enough coins or something in the bot. So please add BNB or something like that. So
yeah, we're working on something even much better than this. Just give it.
Okay. Thank you very much, and congratulations for this really nice software. Really, really nice. Really good.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. All right, Yvette, you're up next, and you're already unmuted. Come on in.
Hi, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good. Hopefully my battery won't die. I'm low on my battery. But I have a quick question. I have a 10-year-old granddaughter that I would like to start an account with. I already have the Binance, and I put the $600 in already, and it's going really well. But I would like to open her an account and just leave it in there till she's like 16 or 18. She's 10 now. So I want to say, and I was looking at the compound interest. So if I don't touch it for like 6 to 8 years, how will that look? Or do I need to put something in every month to have her a good nest egg?
Great question. So first thing is you can open an account. I would recommend, if she's under 18 and it sounds like you're in the US, KuCoin might be the best option for you. You just need an email address. So you'd create an email address that you designate for this purpose. And same thing with EazyBot, just create an email that you're using for that purpose. You don't need any personal identifiable information on either side. Now, in terms of how compounding works, I would start with going to Google, calculatorsite.com, I think is a popular compound calculator, and you get to decide where you want to start and how long you anticipate just leaving these funds alone. And let's use a very conservative number in terms of monthly rate of return. 3%, 4%, 5%. Those are very conservative numbers. We're confident EazyBot can outperform those numbers, but start with a conservative number and then choose how long do you want to see that happen over a 1-year period, 2-year period, 10-year period. And then that'll give you an idea from your starting point. So let's say you started with $1,000 and you took it out 10 years. That will tell you what's the value of this portfolio going to be in 10 years. And you can start with that 1,000, never add any additional funds. What EazyBot's going to do in auto compounding is take all the profit it earns from every single trade it closes and add that to available funds that it's using. So you're going to start with 1,000, and at some point it's going to be trading $2,000. At some point, it's going to be trading $3,000 and you've never added any additional funds. That's the power of automatically compounding inside of EazyBot. You can add some fuel to that fire by adding additional funds to the exchange account. It's not necessary, but you can certainly speed up the process of building wealth in that portfolio if you choose to do it that way.
Okay, well, thank you.
Sure thing. Great question. All right, Amin is up next, and Amin is the last hand I see. So unless there are any other questions, we're going to wrap up today's call after Amin. If you have a question and you're not online with your hand up, you're going to miss out. So do me a favor, if you've got any questions to bring to us today, go ahead and raise your hand so we can see who we've got coming up. In the meantime, Amin, you have the floor, sir. Let's see if you can you unmute? All right, we might not be able to get Amin to unmute. We'll come back to you, and it looks like Anushka, you came in. All right, hang on, Anushka. Amin, there you go. Come on in.
Sorry,
Okay.
I just had like in my wallet, in my EazyBot wallet, I had just under $6. And then my bot just stopped working last night. So I wasn't aware of that. So I mean, I also got your message saying that it has to be 5% of what amount? The one that is on your exchange has to be 5%, or it has to be $6? Can you just
great question. So it doesn't have to be 5%. What Amin is asking, for those of you who might be new, is every time a trade is closed, so EazyBot's going to make profit when it closes a trade. There's either 20% or 30% that goes to EazyBot. You keep the rest. And those funds, that 20 or 30%, we call that the software service fee. That's essentially how EazyBot makes money. And so that software service fee comes out of the EazyBot wallet, and that's not part of your exchange. Again, EazyBot doesn't have access to the funds in your exchange. So you pre-fund that in your EazyBot wallet. To your question, Amin, if that wallet gets below, and I apologize, Mohammed, I don't know if you know the number offhand. We've been moving the dial here, but I believe it may be, if it drops below $10, and again, correct me if I'm wrong here, Mohammed, the bot may stop trading. So you want to make sure that you've got not necessarily 5% of your capital. We recommend that you have 5% as a starting point. So if you're trading with, say, $1,000, you're going to want to have $50 in that EazyBot wallet to cover your SSF fees. Now, if you're sharing EazyBot with others and earning commissions, then those commissions go into that same wallet. So you may never, ever have to add funds to that wallet. But if you're not, that's cool. That's okay. Just make sure that you have enough funds to continue to cover SSF so the bot continues to trade.
Okay, so as long as it's more than $6, the bot will not stop.
Yeah, do me a favor, just make sure it's more than 10 for now. Once we get some clarity, we've been trying to bring that number down, but as you can imagine, for our users that have larger accounts, you're trading a $100,000 account, you can go through those SSF fees pretty quickly. So we're trying to find a balance and a way to manage wallet notifications so that you get an alert when your wallet balance is getting low, and you get a heads up before it runs out. So that's coming. We're working on that right now. But in the meantime, for your situation, I would just add like 20, 30, depending on the size of your account, just add enough money to make sure that you can keep trading.
Mm-hmm. And also, I had the same issue someone just mentioned earlier, where I had a Solana bot, and the bot wanted to sell, but then all of a sudden there was like $1 or $2 worth of Solana was not on my exchange, and I'm sure I had enough BNB for paying the charges as well, and that trade was not executed. So I had to buy Solana from the exchange for the bot to continue. So I had the same issue as well, even though I had enough BNB in my Binance account.
Got it. There are a number of different issues. We can look at one-off cases. There are a couple different reasons that could happen. If you have a question or concern, again, this is for anybody on the call. We provide the support call so we can look into those things for you. One of the things that I will say, and this is again for everybody's benefit, is we are trading in a real live market, and Binance, KuCoin, all of these exchanges are constantly making changes. It's almost a moving target that we as a company have to keep up with. As Mohammed mentioned a moment ago, KuCoin just made a major update to its platform, and so we've got to now adjust to their updates, and they make minor updates all the time. So it's kind of a moving target that we've got to keep up with. So I will ask you guys to please be patient with that process. at our core, we want this experience to be easy for you. Every now and again, an exchange will throw us a curveball, and it means that something pops up that might not feel easy. But we're here to support you. So jump on a support call, submit a support ticket, and we'll hold your hand along the way if you need the help.
So when is the live support calls? Is that Tuesday to Thursday?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Okay, so we'll have to just go on the EAZYBOT website and just connect.
Yep, same address you're on now, eazybotzooms.com, and just jump into one of those support calls. If you have a private situation, private question, they'll take you into a breakout room, so you have a private environment to evaluate or answer or get support in your account.
Okay, cheers. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Anushka, you are up next. Come on in.
Hi, I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
The first one is, what if a coin plummets and goes to zero and goes out of trading, and what will happen?
Yeah, we just saw that happen a few weeks ago with Luna. Unfortunately, there's nothing anybody can do about that. If the coin fails, yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. Again, we're simply riding the wave, as Mohammed likes to say it. And so as long as there is a wave, EAZYBOT's riding it and making a profit. But if that coin crashes, goes to zero, we're just out of luck there. And one of the things that we've done just to eliminate the possibility that that's an experience we have with our users is a lot of research has been done into the coins that are available to trade. As many of you know, there's tens of thousands of cryptos that can be traded. As of today, we have 19 available in EAZYBOT. And so a lot of thought has been put into the coins that are available. Look at the likelihood of this being a stable long-term project, the volatility of the coin, some other factors as well. And so we try to pick things that we feel confident about, but again, there's certainly no guarantees. So hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you. And the next one is, doesn't the bot take short trades?
No leverage positions. This is all long trades, meaning we're buying low, selling high.
Okay, thank you.
All right, great questions. Junior, you are up next, and Junior is going to be the last person for today. And I'm going to ask Coach Ken, if you guys don't know Coach, he is a lot of the reason we're all here. So he's going to be the last voice that you hear today. I'm going to ask Coach to jump in and close us out for today. Guys, we do a couple of calls throughout the week. We have I think I saw Breezy put in the Zoom schedule. So we have presentations that happen all throughout the week. If you'd like to learn more about EAZYBOT, how it works, jump into one of our live presentation calls. If you'd like to get specific support for your account, jump into one of our support calls. Saturdays, we do an amazing call for those of you guys who are sharing. You like to accelerate your earnings by sharing EAZYBOT. Please join us on Saturdays. We have a great time together. We talk about tools, tips, and techniques that you can use to grow your business and accelerate your earnings. So Junior, you're up next, and then Coach Ken's going to close us out today. And we look forward to seeing you guys again next week, Monday. Come on in, Junior.
Yeah, just a quick question. I know this has been up before, but that was before KuCoin. I'm just wondering if you at EAZYBOT are okay with a person under the age of 18 having an account.
Yeah, so I think the official answer to this question is it's going to vary based on jurisdiction. And so, for us, we don't ask for any personal identifiable information. All we know is an email and whatever other information you connect to EAZYBOT. So we don't verify anybody's information. And then what do you need to open an exchange? Well, if you're opening an exchange account on Binance.com or US, you will have to be of legal age in that country. In KuCoin, you just need an email address. So the answer is you've got to govern yourself accordingly. There are laws in your own jurisdiction, and I just encourage you to stay within those guidelines. But other than that, there's no identifiable information that would prevent somebody at any particular age from having an EAZYBOT account and connecting it to KuCoin.
Okay, that's a nice answer. I can always have another API in my name at Binance, but I just wondering if you had something to say about, if in the future you want our, birthday or something. But
no, we have no intent to do that.
That's great, because I want to separate it from myself. So then KuCoin or another API. But okay, thank you for that answer.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Junior. And Coach, hey, good to see you.
Hey, we want to thank everybody for coming out today. Guys, when we endeavored to begin this journey, We had one thing in mind, that was taking care of an incredible community that we'd already built, and to make sure that we did our best to protect people from these shark infested waters, as Bren Blaze likes to call it. And it's true, very, very true, guys. We've all experienced the hardship if you've been in this for any length of time. I think this is something all of us have been looking for, though. This is a relational marketing company as well as a software company. Our software performs, and you guys that have been here for any length of time, you have seen it perform well in the bear market that we've been in. We opened in March at the top of the market for 2022 when Bitcoin was at 45,000, guys. Today it's sitting right around 21. We took about a 10% hit last week, and the bot has still performed. It's amazing. Now, for somebody who has sat in front of screens, I had 13 screens open in front of me, day trading cryptocurrency. I started day trading stocks, moved into crypto, and witnessing the volatility and the emotional roller coaster ride with that volatility. I had my Bitcoin chart Chromecasted into my bedroom at night. I was all in. I was single at the time, so I was able to do that. But the emotional attachment that we all have to money is very, very strong. I know in my case, it was an emotional roller coaster ride, and I came to the point where I didn't enjoy it anymore. And then a friend of mine reached out to me on a bot out of Asia, and I had the opportunity to test that bot out. It was something that I'd been looking for a long time, something that you didn't turn your money over to some unknown entity who claimed they were trading it. And guys, I'd begun to learn how to swim amongst the sharks and not get bit. Okay, it's very important, guys. But not only did I learn how to swim and not get bit, I started to teach others how not to get bit. We wanted to protect people, and that's how this whole thing started. It wasn't just protecting, it was how to get in front of this massive, massive mega trend that is getting ready to take place worldwide. Full adoption is coming for cryptocurrency, guys. Some of the largest institutions are coming in. Just last week or the week before, BlackRock said that they were going to begin to partner with Coinbase. And guys, the entire horizon is getting ready to change here. We believe this. I believe that there's still market manipulation going on. That's why I think we saw the 10% drop last week. And people that are small investors are getting shaken out by these huge institutions that are coming in. These huge institutions know what they're doing, and they're trying to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt so that the small investors will get out and turn over their crypto to them. It's the same thing that happened during the .com bubble that broke back in the 90s. It's the exact same thing that is happening here, guys. And the people that held are the people that became millionaires. The people that sold, they didn't sell, guys. They got their stock stolen from them from major investors. Yeah, they sold, but they got it stolen from them. We believe in this space so much, guys, and I'm not going to take any more time. We love you. You're in the right place at the right time with the right product. I believe it's the best product in relational marketing, bar none, guys, bar none. Show me a product that can, just a product alone can get you to financial freedom if you just follow a strategy. If you don't know how to do that, go to compoundingcalculator.com, I think it is. Just put in Google compounding calculator and start messing with it. I mean, this bot is performing in a downward trend. We can't imagine what it's going to do when the bull market begins. So we're very, very excited, very thankful. It's performing better than my day trading instructor did. I went to day trading school down here in Naples, live course. I learned so much there, but my day trading instructor taught us how to make 3% a month. This bot is outperforming him in a downward trend, which he told us never to trade against the trend, guys. In a downward trend, this bot is performing more than what he did. Amazing, guys. So I can't encourage you enough, you know, run like Seabiscuit right now. Because if you help us grow this company, you're going to have such a phenomenal place financially. You're going to be in such a phenomenal place financially in just a few short years from now. We really believe that, or we wouldn't be doing this. And with that said, we love you more than Bitcoin and pizza combined. We'll see you on next week's call. And if you have any questions or anything that you need help with, submit a support ticket. We'll get right back with you, okay? We're going to go ahead and let everybody unmute and say goodbye. And you guys have a great rest of your week.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Good day.
Bye. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Take care of each other and you'll be successful. Have a great day.
But how are you doing?